Jess, honey. Are you okay in there? I'm worried about you, Jess. Sweetheart, I love you. No matter what. You'll always be my little girl. Sweetheart, I know you're hurting. I want to help you. Please, Jessica, open the door. Let me help you.
Oh, Endora, what does the ducky say?
Wah, wah, wah.
Yes. And then the big bad hunter comes along with his great big gun, and he tries to shoot the ducky. Bang, bang, bang. But our rubber ducky has a surprise for the big bad hunter. Yes, he has great big bloody teeth, and he eats the hunter in one big bite. I knew you'd like that story. Oh, my. Look who's taking a swim with our rubber ducky. It's Sheridan and Louise. Ah, there's trouble afoot for those two. I can feel it in my bones. Don't you just adore it when a couple so in love are headed for disaster? Huh? Oh, drat, it's gone all out of focus. Endora, and help me with the reception, will you, darling?
Sheridan, all your work.
Well, no point for decorations for a homecoming party for Marty when he's staying with Beth. Why is it that you can accept anything that Beth tells you? But when I tell you that Marty is my son, you think I'm crazy.
Sheridan.
Why do you believe Beth over me every time?
I want to believe you. I really do. Okay? But the DNA test proved that Beth is Marty's mother.
Oh, here we go again with proof. Do the instincts of the woman you love carry any weight with you whatsoever?
Of course they do.
Just not enough. Because my lover, the policeman, needs proof. Because my word isn't good enough. Louise, what does that say about our relationship?
Endora, we have picked a peachy time to tune in. We are about to witness the demise of Sheridan and Louise.
As to the matter of custody for the infant Jane Winthrop, I've reached a decision based on what I feel is best for the child. These documents are very revealing, Mr. Winthrop. Frankly, madam, the story of how this child came into the world disturbs me. You drugged the Winthrop surrogate mother, took her place, and stole their fertilized eggs.
But Jane isn't their child, Your Honor. She's mine biologically.
Silence! Yes, the child is yours biologically, but the way in which you managed to get impregnated by Mr. Winthrop doesn't bear scrutiny. Your behavior unnerves me, Ms. Lopez Fitzgerald. Even in my own courtroom, you've erupted in emotional outbursts and personal attacks against both Mr. and Mrs. Winthrop. I can't, in good conscience, ignore this new information. After a trial period, I'll revisit the situation to make a decision on permanent custody, but for the moment, I believe the safest and most stable environment for the child is with her biological father and stepmother. I award temporary custody of baby Jane Winthrop to Mr. and Mrs. Winthrop, effective immediately.
We did it, honey, we did it. Oh. No, I won't let them take my baby. I won't. Teresa.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Teresa!
Get off of me!
Teresa, get off! Get off her!
You won't get away with this! Get off me!
There, did you see that? She's insane. She's the one who should be locked up.
Teresa, calm down. Get my baby. I will never let you three witches touch her. I said order.
Guards, in here now!
Let me go! You won't have my child!
Come on.
No!
Guards, take Ms. Lopez Fitzgerald into custody.
No!
I find her in contempt of court.
No! Please!
And I'm also charging you with assault.
No! No, I just want my baby! You can't take her from me!
You have no one to blame for your position except yourself. Take her away.
No! Don't! Get off me!
Luis, what does your distrust of everything I say about us, our relationship?
Sheridan, it is not that I distrust you.
No, it's just that you don't believe me. Well, you can't have it both ways. You always take Beth's word over mine. When I am telling you the truth, I mean, how many times have I told you the truth? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Beth is the one that kidnapped me and stole my baby. Marty is my child, not hers. I was held in Beth's basement, but you fight me at every turn when you should just support me and love me unconditionally.
Sheridan, I do support you. I have tried to prove every accusation that you've made. I even arranged for the DNA test, and what happened? It proved that Marty is Beth's child. You gotta let go, Sheridan. You do not have one scrap of proof for anything that you have said, and there is no court in the world that is going to support us without proof.
You know, you just don't get it, do you, Luis? I am not talking about the court here. I'm talking about us. I would understand if a judge asked for more proof, or Sam or the DA. What I don't understand is when the man that I love asks for proof before he'll give me the benefit of the doubt. When you should just do that out of simple faith, out of trust, out of love.
Oh, this is marvelous. Sheridan's on to you, Luis. She knows you don't believe her. And a rift that deep will never heal. This may be the thing that tears them apart forever. But I think it's going to take some time. Oh, you have to be patient, my little demon. Evil comes to all those who wait. Well, no, I know. I'm not very patient either. I have hated waiting all these many years for disaster to strike those two. That's why I want to speed things up a bit and pour some petrol on the fire of their destruction. Yes, of course you can help, my little witchling. Every lifetime so far, I've had to tear Luis and Sheridan apart all on my own. Well, except for Timmy, of course. But he was always a bit of a wet noodle when it came to evil. He always got squeamish when it came time to go in for the kill. So it'll be wonderful to have some unconditional help this time around. Oh, think of it. A mother-daughter team of doom. Oh, Victoria, you clever girl. Oh, of course. Team Evil. Oh, let's have some popcorn. Team Evil, team.
Come on, Jess. I really need to know that you're in there.
Mom.
Jessica, honey, open the door.
Dad, what's going on?
Okay, where did you come from?
I just got here. I heard you calling for Jessica. What's wrong?
I don't know. Either she won't answer or she snuck out again.
Let me try. Jessica, it's me. What are you doing in there? Open up. Jess, I mean, please just let us know you're okay. You're not being very fair to us.
Can't I get some privacy in my own room?
Look, sweetheart, don't do that to me. Okay, I'm your father. I just want to make sure you're all right.
Why would I be all right? I'm no better off than some Iraqi prisoner being tortured.
Come on, sweetheart. You're only on restriction, okay, with good reason. Look, sweetheart, I know I made some mistakes. Okay, I didn't protect you, but I'm making up for it now.
Sure. By locking me up and dragging me off to some cheap HMO shrink? I don't want your protection. Just leave me alone.
It's all right, Dad. I mean, she knows you love her. We all do. She's just going through a bad patch. Just ignore what she says. She doesn't mean it.
Yes, she does. All of it. That's why she's so hell-bent on destroying herself. But she knows it's killing me.
Why bother? She's not going to listen to me either.
Please, Your Honor, don't do this. I just want my baby.
Histrionics don't help you, madam.
But I can't go to jail. My daughter needs me. Gwen, you've won. I mean, not only do you get to keep the baby, but now you can have the little tramp thrown in jail. Honey, you have won the war.
You understand this is what I'm fighting against? This back and forth, this isn't a new war, Rebecca. This is the same war. It's endless, and it has to stop.
Wait. Just stop, okay? Please don't take Teresa to jail. Please just let her go now.
You are my passion for life.
What's all this? It smells great.
That's why I came over. Pulled out one of Mom's old recipes and got a little ambitious, so I'm making a pot roast.
Wow, it's very thoughtful, Kay.
Oh, well, you know, it's the least I can do now that Ivy's gone. And considering if I hadn't forced my mother out of here, our family would still be together. I just want to help you and Jessica. I just hate seeing what she's done to herself.
Me too. She scares me. You know, she's doing her best to hurt herself any way she can. The worst of it is, I'm to blame for everything.
No, Dad, I am.
You know, she needed me. I didn't even notice. Hell, maybe I'm the one who should see a shrink.
Dad, don't blame yourself, okay? You had way too much on your plate already. Mom left, and that must have hurt.
Shock. I was devastated.
Suddenly she just left, and you were lonely and confused, so you just turned to Ivy for comfort.
Have you been watching Dr. Phil again?
Seriously, Dad, you're human, okay? That's why you got back with Ivy. Jessica can't hold that against you.
You want to bet? She has every right to be angry with me. Now, I should have made sure that you and Jessica and Noah were fine before I started thinking about myself. Okay, I was selfish.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I was just lost. And Ivy was already living here in our garage, thanks to your mom's charity. I reached out and she was there. No wonder Jess is angry with me.
Dad, don't kid yourself. You're not the one that Jessica's mad at. It's Mom. I mean, she's the one who deserted us. She put her needs first. She picked David over all of us and just up and walked. Not you. I mean, you stayed put and you tried to put the pieces together for all of us. I know what Jessica's feeling. She's just hurt and scared and confused. You start to wonder how much you're worth when your own mother didn't love you enough to stay. Or how much you're worth when you didn't love your own mother enough to make her stay.
Your Honor, please stop the guards. Don't let them take Teresa to jail.
Honey, how many prescriptions are you taking? I mean, are you crazy? Look, this is our chance to get rid of her.
Your Honor, please. I do not want to press charges against Teresa for assault.
But she attacked you in my courtroom. We're all witnesses. I will not tolerate such behavior here.
Your Honor, I'm not excusing her behavior, but I understand it. I know where her pain is coming from. Nothing hurts more than losing a child. I mean, I know. God, how I know. The pain is so deep that sometimes it can make you lash out in ways that you never would. And I don't blame Teresa for being distraught about Your Honor's decision to give me custody of Jane. I think Teresa has suffered enough. So please, for all of us, I mean, for me, Your Honor, please, please, let's just let this go. We have to move on with our lives. I'm not going to be the one to press charges against Teresa.
This is a magnanimous gesture on your part, Mrs. Winthrop. Especially considering Ms. Lopez Fitzgerald tried to get me to throw the book at you.
Perhaps, Your Honor. But everything worked out. I mean, you dismissed Teresa's case against me, and now my husband and I have temporary custody of that beautiful baby. So please, can we just leave it at that?
Let her go. You're lucky Mrs. Winthrop has such a big heart, young lady. After all your accusations, she's the one with the most rational and fair voice today. I hope you've learned your lesson. This violent outburst confirms I made the correct decision in awarding custody to Mr. and Mrs. Winthrop. They'll be able to provide a far more stable home for the child. As for the contempt ruling, I will try to follow Mrs. Winthrop's merciful example and withdraw that as well. For now. But I warn you, while my custody ruling is temporary at this time, it will take a great deal of effort on your part to convince me not to make it permanent.
Your Honor.
Is that clear?
Yes.
It had better be. Court dismissed.
Sheridan, I love you. You know that I love you.
Yeah, but you don't respect me or anything that I say.
Sheridan, I try to understand these accusations that you've made. I try so hard.
You know what? It shouldn't be that hard for you. Because you believe anything that Beth says in 2 seconds flat when she tries to weasel her way out of a situation.
I do not...
But you can't believe anything that I say.
Sheridan, I do not believe Beth or anyone else over you.
Oh, really? Even when a crook is arrested, by law, you are supposed to give them the benefit of the doubt. But no, not me. So when Beth fed you that line today, that she took money from my father to break us apart, you bought it. You know, she tells you that she hasn't been working with my father, and you took that as a gospel truth. Well, some detective you are. Why didn't you ask her for proof or check out her story?
Check what story?
I have suspected Beth of working with my father for a long time.
Okay, so why would Beth feel compelled to confess now, okay? If she was working with Alistair to kidnap you and to steal Marty, why say anything? She didn't know that we know that she was at the mansion with her mother or that we suspected her of working with Alistair.
Oh, bull! She knows that we suspected her, so that's why she confessed, to cover her tracks.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what? That's just the point. You don't know. So why do you believe her over me? Why?
Why? Because the only solid proof that we have, the DNA test, proves that what you're saying cannot be true. Sheridan, Marty is not our lost baby. Our baby died, okay? You cannot deny the truth.
You know what? I'm not. Because the truth lives in my heart. I know that Marty is my son. My heart tells me, now you know what? My heart screams that Marty is my son. I know that he is the one that I carried for all those months. He's the one that I gave birth to in that horrible basement. It was his little fingers that clutched my hand, his face that I memorized. I don't need proof. Mother knows. I know.
Oh my, that girl could talk. Where's my hanky and Dora? Oh, thank you. Oh, my devils. I've broken those two up dozens of times over the centuries, but this is definitely the most emotional, the most heart-wrenching. This is even worse than when he had to cut off her head in Tudor England. Revolutions, wild animals, treason, icebergs. But you see, all those things were outside circumstances, beyond their control. But this issue of Luis not accepting what Sheridan knows to be true, I mean, this could cut to the very core of their sickly eternal love. In fact, maybe I should plant that fact in dopey Sheridan's mind. Endora, give me a booster, will you? Give me a booster.
Is that how you feel, Kay? Because your mom left us? You weren't worth anything?
I feel I'm not worth anything because I made her leave. I had to get over feeling like that long before Mom left. No matter what I did, she didn't approve of me. Things I cared about didn't really matter, so...
Kay, honey, that's not true.
A lot of it is, but it's in the past now, so... And in some ways, Mom was right. I mean, she didn't hate me the way
Honey,
that
she doesn't hate you. She'll always love you.
Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, when a girl feels rejected by her own mother, it's devastating. I just pray that Maria never feels like that about me, because that's what I felt. And that's what Jessica feels right now.
Then I got involved with Ivy and didn't pay attention to either one of my girls. So now Jessica feels rejected by both her parents. What a mess I made. But what can I do, Kay? I mean, how can I make things right? Jessica's so hard, so angry right now. Yet underneath, I know that she's still my little girl. I mean, all this crazy behavior is because she's crying out for help, but how can I help her if she doesn't let me? More than anything, I want her to know that I love her very much. What am I doing? Dumping all this on you? Hell, I'm the one who screwed up. I'm the parent, you're the child. You don't want to hear this.
Look, Dad, I mean, maybe I'm just learning, but I'm a parent now, too. Dad.
Yeah?
There is one way that you can help Jessica.
Okay, tell me. Whatever it is, I'll do it.
Make Mom come home.
Even on today, of all days, I'm reminded how much I love you. You had every reason to press charges against her, and you let her off the hook.
Listen, what you said to me about stopping this war between us finally got through. You know, if I press charges, then the war's gonna start all over again, and it's just never gonna stop.
Well, you are quite a woman, you know that?
Honey, I don't need revenge. I have everything I need. I have you, and now we have our beautiful, beautiful baby daughter, Jane.
Jane is my daughter, Gwen. Mine. She's not yours. And she never will be.
Laura, will you keep her calm, please?
Ethan, I don't have a scalpel in my pocket. It's gonna be okay. Pity. You could use it to cut your throat.
Rebecca, don't.
Why'd you do this? Why punish me like this, huh? I had every right
to press charges against Gwen. She almost killed me, Ethan. She kidnapped our child. Fine. Look. I don't care that she got away with attempted murder and kidnapping. I don't care that she's not going to jail. But what I do care about is my daughter. And I want her, Ethan. You cannot take her away from me.
Teresa, I didn't do this to punish you. I'm doing this for the best interests of my daughter.
How could you, Ethan? You should be ashamed of yourself.
So, you're trying to tell me that Jane being with her mother isn't in her best interest? I am her mother, Ethan. No one is better for Jane than me. You will never get my daughter. Do you hear me, Gwen? Ever.
Time of crisis, a time of pain. Look back through the years on your love again. Through war, through grief, through famine and disaster. Your love endured in spite of my master. But now, the end is come, Sheridan Crane, as your name is now. Remember your past lives with Louise. Remember.
No. Cleopatra. No.
I feel like I've known you forever. I can't imagine my life without you. Please don't die.
We'll meet again. I love you. I love you. Forever.
No, Liam, no. Lois and I have been through so much. Through so many lifetimes.
You got that right, sister. Huh. She thinks she's been through a lot. I had to create an entire iceberg to sink the most unsinkable ship in history and break those two up. Oh, yes, that was one of my finer moments. Have I ever mentioned it, Indora? Oh, I'm repeating myself, am I? Well, for thousands of years, your mama was quite the thing. As I'm sure you will be one day, my darling. But I never did make the Witches' Hall of Infamy. Because however hard I tried over the centuries, I couldn't break Sheridan and Louise apart. But now it seems like I'm not going to have to lift a finger to destroy their love. Oh, no. It's not going to be death that parts Louise and Sheridan. Oh, no, it's going to be something much worse, something they will never get over in this life. No, or not after this life either, as a matter of fact. No, I'm not going to have to work to destroy their love anymore. Their love is going to be destroyed for eternity.
Just do it, Dad. Call Mom and ask her to come home.
Okay, I know I need to call Grace and tell her about Jessica, you know. I've tried a couple of times, but they're unreachable. They're in the Antarctic on a photo shoot. I'll keep trying.
Well, you need to do more than talk to her, Dad. You need to ask her to come home and make it clear that David can't come. And then once she's here, yeah, she'll be able to help with Jessica, but more than that, you'll be able to work on her, Dad. She'll be all yours. She'll be in this house with you and with us. And you can convince her that this is where she's meant to be. And we can be a family again the way it used to be. Come on, Dad. Just take a chance. Maybe you could win Mom back forever.
You will never take my daughter away from me, ever.
Teresa, you are still going to be a part of her life. You can have all the visitation you want.
Visitation? How good of you, Gwen. I don't want visitation. I want my daughter.
Teresa, don't attack her. She's not out to get you. She just kept you out of jail.
You know what? I don't need favors from Gwen.
Teresa, listen to yourself. I mean, listen, you are your own worst enemy. You don't know when to stop. You push and you push with these crazy schemes and you act all totally bewildered when they blow up in your face. Do not stand there and blame me that you lost Jane. Don't blame Ivy. Don't blame my mother. Don't blame Ethan. You have no one to blame but yourself. And Ethan just wants someone rational to raise his daughter.
Someone rational. Like you, Gwen, who's tried to kill me multiple times. Is that what you're telling me?
Charges dropped. Case dismissed.
Control yourself, or the judge won't even consider giving you your child back.
It's true. She's just far too volatile to raise a child. In fact, if you two aren't going to go after little Ethan, I think I'm going to talk to Julian about getting custody. I mean, there is no telling what kind of hell that poor child is going through in that shack.
Mama, you get her to shut up now.
Cállate la boca, or you'll have me to deal with.
Oh, you-hoo, Mr. Bailiff? Did you hear that? She threatened me.
Take it outside, ma'am. Court's been dismissed.
You know, maybe I'll tell the judge that the chili pepper doesn't fall too far from the bush. You're just as loco as your daughter.
You know, it's sad to see a human soul so stained with evil. I'm gonna pray for you tonight.
Oh, is it voodoo? Oh, Pilar. Now, please, don't sacrifice any chickens on my account. I mean, Gwen is free. No thanks to your daughter. And she is free to raise Jane as her very own daughter.
No.
See. But don't worry. We'll show her your mugshot from time to time. Just so she knows how lucky she is to not have to grow up with the tacky queen of mean as Mamacita.
Damn you, Rebecca.
Look, I know things will never be exactly the same. But think about it, Dad. I mean, you and Mom back together, we'll be a real family again. I mean, who knows? Noah might even come home. Call her. Mom deserves a second chance. We all deserve second chances. Just bring Mom back.
Say yes, Daddy. Please say yes.
Kay, I know I need to call your mom and tell her about Jessica. Who knows? Maybe she'll come back and visit, but, Kay, there's very little chance of your mother and I getting back together. Ever.
Enough. Yeah. Hey, stop it. Okay. She's not worth it, okay? She could have you arrested. Don't give her the satisfaction.
Oh, well, don't worry. I am perfectly satisfied with the day's events.
They can't have my baby. They can't.
Shh, yeah, okay? Let's just go home and we'll think about what to do.
Teresa, we'll give you some time to get Jane's things together and we'll be over later to get her.
Who are you, Ethan? You know how I felt when little Ethan was taken from me, and now you've helped them take my daughter away from me too, our child?
Teresa.
You know how much I love her. You know how I felt when your wife kidnapped her. You saw Ethan. You were there. How could you do this to me again? How?
You put this whole thing in motion. The minute you had her rearrested. You
know
understand
what? That's not an excuse. There is no excuse for this.
We'll tell it to the judge. Oh, oops. You already tried that.
You know what? All of you, you hear me good. This is far from over. The only way you will ever get custody of my daughter, my flesh and blood, is over my dead body.
Promises, promises.
I mean, just remember, Just remember what's best for Jane, okay? We are best for Jane.
Thought you could use some tea.
Thanks.
Sheridan. Guess I'll go back inside.
Luis.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about us.
Me too.
Remembering. You know, I know a lot of people thought that we're crazy, but you know and I know that we have shared many past lives together.
Yeah. But this life is the one that I care about.
Our names were different, but our souls were always the same, and they always came together in love. We were always torn apart by wars, sickness, disaster.
The sinking of the Titanic.
And I realized that through all the centuries, you know, we were always torn apart by some external force, some horrible event that was out of our control. It never had anything to do with our love. This time it does. Luis, we're being torn apart by us.
You got it in one, Sheridan. Thank you. Be prepared. You and Luis will be kaput. And sooner than you think.
I've already lost my baby boy, and now it looks like I'm losing you too.
I knew I had a responsibility to Gwen, and I met it, but make no mistake, I still love Teresa.
Remember our kiss?
Yes, the kiss.
Shall we try for an encore?